They have a couple players in Kylie and Haley that are from the Northwest and played on the same travel team as you. What kind of history do you have with them, and do you still keep in touch? Do you know them?
Yeah, I've kept in touch a lot with Haley. She lives in KEZI, so it's 15 minutes away from me. Kylie's a little bit farther, but during the summer times, I'm able to go with Haley and do some workouts and have some hitting lessons with her dad. So.
Now you played them early in the season, and now you're about to play them in the postseason, the big series on the line. What's the conversations been like?
I actually haven't talked to her yet. I was going to call her tonight and see if she's scared of us, but her answer would be no. Like, she would say, "We are not scared of you." So it'll be a good competition for us, and I'm sure she's really excited as well to be able to play at home and have her friends and family be there to support her.
You had any conversations with Steve Decker at all because of your offensive explosion this year or anything?
No, I talked to him a little bit in the middle of the season about hitting. He helped straighten me out a little bit mentally, and so I'm probably going to call him up and see if he's going to be able to come to this weekend, because I'm sure if he's not doing anything with the Giants, he will be there in the stands.
You embrace this moment. You guys have earned what you've done this year to get to this point, to be at home. Just embrace what's in front of you.
Yeah, it's great to be able to have gotten to this point and have been so successful so far. But again, like, it doesn't matter what we've done in the past. We need to be able to be completely focused on this weekend, not looking ahead to the World Series, because Nebraska is such a good team, and they can come up to bite us if we sit back.
You don't want to look ahead. How much are you looking back at that first game and the tape specifically about facing Edwards?
Yeah, Coach White gave us CDs to be able to burn it, and tonight I'm going to be looking at it and look at what their pitchers threw to me for my hitting, and then also look at their hitters and see what they did, and see if I should make adjustments and what we called, or keep it the same, and what's gonna work to get them out.
You know, just after the game last weekend, talked about how being home was key with what's going on academically for you guys. How are you managing the stress of trying to get to the College World Series and also trying to finish up strong in the classroom?
Yeah, I'm jealous of those teams that are done with their school right now, because they can just focus on softball. I know that would be really great, but I mean, this is what we signed up for, and so academically it's going to be important that we stay focused on school, making sure we're making every single class up until we have to leave, and just put forth all of our effort into that, and then when we get that chance for practice games, be fully focused there as well.
The offense sputtered a bit last weekend by your guys' standards. What are you guys doing in practice to try and make sure that doesn't happen in the Super Regionals?
Yeah, we're working on making sure that we're seeing the ball deep. We were starting to get out of our zone, get out of our plan, and so when we get up to bat this weekend, we need to make sure that we don't take what we did last week, the bad things that we did, and take them into this next weekend. We need to have learned from them, and then just have a short memory for this weekend, and be confident in ourselves.
Coach said that it was also some pretty good pitching. Did you feel like it was more good pitching or more a bad approach at the plate?
Those pitchers, I feel, did a lot better than I know a few of us were expecting. They were really hitting their corners, had good movement, good change-ups, and they did a really good job at keeping us off balance. They definitely came out with the best that they had, and I mean, again, in the Pac-12, we have the best pitching, and we're able to see that. But I think this weekend we need to make sure that we, pretend that we're playing a Pac-12 team, that we aren't, playing in any conference, and to just not underestimate them at all.
Super Regionals doesn't guarantee going in, because you guys went to Texas last year, and obviously that happened. How much does that play into the mind of going ahead and knowing that you have to be on your A game the entire weekend through?
Yeah, we definitely don't want to be where Texas ended up last weekend or last year. We want to make sure that we don't underestimate Nebraska, because we have such a great opportunity to play in front of our fans in such a huge situation. If we win this weekend, we go to the World Series. Like, that's the first time for us to be able to have that at home. So that's going to be a great feeling to be able to have our fans there to support us.
Knowing how big of a situation this is, how do you keep it level-headed?
I think it's just going to be our mental approach, just knowing that we've been in that situation. We were, had our backs up against the wall in Texas, and so we've been there before. We just need to focus on keeping ourselves in check mentally, and not making it bigger than it really is.
That streak at Howe continues to grow. How much do you guys talk about it or not want to talk about it?
I'm sorry, what?
Your win streak at home.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
How much is that something you guys embrace, or do you guys try and sweep it under the rug, so to speak?
Amongst my teammates, we haven't really talked about it. I've had a few classmates come in and say, "It's still undefeated?" I'm like, yeah. So it's it's a great feeling to be able to have confidence, playing at home, that we've been so successful at home. But again, we can't let that get to our heads.